Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. We have a really cool beer to review with you guys tonight. This is from the Hebrew Brewing Company. These guys do some really cool marketing. If you look at it, let's see. This is great. I love this. They're out of Saratoga Springs, New York. It's the Shmaltz Brewing Company. Shmaltzbrewing.com. It says this is the 15th anniversary celebrating the delicious beer and delicious schmaltz. All of from the Hebrew orientation. The cool thing about this brewery is that they do some really unique beers at a really good price point. This is the dry hopped session ale. This is something that I've seen before. I got off on a beer trade. I'll tell you that all their caps look like this. The old Hebrew in the middle on the top. This thing's getting a little wild with some bubbles already. Ready to get consumed. This is neat. So it's they've got 6 hops in this beer. The main hops are Warrior, Centennial, and Cascade. The dry hops are Centennial, Cascade, and Simcoe, which are pretty standard. But it's a session ale. Lower alcohol content. Malts are special 2-row. Standby. 2-row Munich, Cara Munich 40, wheat, dark, and crystal. I only mention all that because for a session ale, for a session dry hoppy type beer, they put a lot of work into this, which is typically what they do. You've got, several hops in the front end, the back end, several malts in the front end, the back end. Typically, as always, fairly filtered. Got a whole lot of carbonation going on here. Big white, foamy, very thin, frothy head. Quite a bit of carbonation coming up from the top. Like I said, fairly filtered. You can see my hand definitely on the other side. It's definitely got a nice blend of hops and malts. Actually smells more on the malty side than the hoppy side at the first sniff here. Something that's interesting about this is they have this long dissertation on the side of the bottle. It says, why is this beer different from other beers? In the beginning, there was an idea. It was good. A gourmet, kosher microbrew to celebrate the bounty of our American land and its milk and honey. Witness a renewed genesis. The evolution of our first creation. A smidgen of Middle East inspiration, a dash of West Coast ingenuity, and an East Coast garden of brewing delights. Then we tasted it, and it was very good. After 5,000 years of civilization, a savor of microbrew, and the Shmaltz to keep calling itself the chosen beer from the Golden Gate to the City of Gold. May Hebrew join the blessings of your life. To life, shalom. That's awesome. So, they mixed East Coast, West Coast style. Like I said, dry hops, back front hops. Got a nice color. It's got an extremely complex taste for what I expected. Definitely more of a medium-bodied beer. Definitely not light. It's got a very, 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 very strong malty background to it, which is not what I expected for a session beer. I typically anticipate something that's a little bit more easy to drink. It's a little bit hard on the palate, not in a bad way, but just in a kind of a dense character way. Yeah. Alright, so I would definitely not call this a session beer. It's a great collection of hops and malts. It's a good beer in terms of the way they've collected the ingredients. Not something I'd see myself banging down 6 of these on a hot day, which is typically what I consider a session beer. So that part I'm not going to agree with. There's a lot of carbonation still coming up on here. Which is good and bad. I like the fact that it's got a nice character, flavor, and aroma. But the carbonation is definitely banging here. It's just going to stay on. I mean, you can probably see it in the camera on the side of the glass. I'd like that to calm down a little bit if I was going to drink a session beer. So it's okay. It's not bad. I've had some of their beers that are great. I'm not, definitely not trying to tell you this is not a good brewery or not a good beer. I've had some of their bombers that are phenomenal. For the price point, they're great. This one's a little disappointing. I expected a little something different, but I'll definitely drink it. I probably would not buy this again. There's some session hoppier beers that I really, really enjoy at the same price point. So I'd probably give it about 2 to 2.5 on a rating scale. Probably won't buy it again. Glad I got to try it. I think this brewery does some great things on a lot of levels. I think they missed the mark on this one just a tad bit. Maybe a little bit too much malt, a little bit too much carbonation. Bang that down, hit the hops up a little bit more, and it would be great. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried it. It's the Hebrew Dry Hop Session Ale. Please leave comments on our YouTube channel and website. We appreciate you watching. We'll follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.